Alright guys, we're back with another video. This is a makeup hey sis. Okay. This is a makeup tutorial, just a quick makeup tutorial. I don't know what I was singing. And hey, why don't you put the water bottle down? Sis?
You trying to pick up?
Put the water bottle down and start doing your makeup. We don't have all day. Thank you. Great. It's okay. Alright. Rude. So we're going to start with this. I use the Smashbox Prime Water to set my face. I also use the Benefit Pore Minimizing Primer also just for my T-zone. And then I use the Becca Evermatte Primer Foundation for under my eyes. And if I have any extra on my hands, I put it on the rest of my face. Now, my face is type oily, so after I put all these primers on, guess what I do, sis? I take my Sacha Buttercup baking powder and I put it all over my face. So legit, my face will be matte the whole day. I swear I make the ugliest faces. Okay, so now it's time to do my brows. Unfortunately, I couldn't do my brows on camera because Lord knows that would have been atrocious. But I do use the ANASTASTIA Dip Brow in the color Ebony, and I use their utensil to do my brows. And their utensil is number 7B, and I bought both of those from Ulta. So as you can tell, what the hell did I do? Oh, I basically put concealer under my eye to prime it. I don't use eyeshadow primer, I use concealer. So I took the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Beautiful Bronze, which is the same one I use to line my eyebrows. And I also take the Naked Urban Decay Naked Weightless Complete Concealer Coverage. That is a long name for a concealer. But basically I take the Urban Decay Naked in the color Warm and I put that on top of the Beautiful Bronze to conceal my eyes. I use two concealers because I want my eyeshadow to pop, and some colors don't really pop on dark skin girls, so I have to use two. And I take the Sacha Buttercup powder to make sure I don't crease up. I'm tired of her grabbing this water bottle. So the palettes that I use, hashtag thank you Naya Reed for buying me 3 different Juvia's palettes. So the first one is called the Nubian by Juvia, and I take the brown shade, the brown shade that I pointed to you in the side video, because let me tell you something about Juvia palette. They don't have the name of the colors in some of their palettes. So in the small palettes, you literally just have to point to them. So I basically took the dark tone that I just pointed to, and I take the other dark tone that I pointed to also in the side clip, and I put it as my transition color. I'm not good at explaining eyeshadows, guys, so please bear with me. But you're gonna see in a different clip that I was like, okay, these eyeshadows in this palette are not working with me today, so we're gonna have to switch it up. So I get mad because they're not showing up. So I take the, oh Lord, I can't say this word, the Masquerade or Masquerade. Oh, wow. The Masquerade by Juvia, which is a beautiful palette. It's so beautiful. And this palette has the colors. So they have the names under the colors. So I took Zubu. Oh, that's so cool. Zubu. Sorry. I take Zubu and I put it into my eye, and I literally put it over my transition color so it can pop more. And after I take Zubu, I realized that Zubu was really popping on me. I was looking like a whole Zuby boo boo boo. So I was like, okay, since I have Zubu, I want it to be brighter. So how can I make it brighter, Aaliyah? So I decided to do a semi-cut crease. Now everybody does their cut crease differently. I don't like doing those big cut creases because I'm like, I have little eyes. I don't need a huge cut crease. So I take Beautiful Bronze LA Girl Pro Concealer and I basically cut the crease where I want it to be. I don't want it to be over the top. I just literally want it at the edge of my eye. Don't come for me. So after I take that, I go back into the Nubian palette and I take the lightest shade in here and I put it on top of the concealer just to lay it down so the concealer won't get stuck. And then after that, I see this beautiful sparkly pink, and it's called Bori, like Boris Kojo, but it's Bori. And I take the Bori and I put it on top of that concealer, and when I tell you that pink is so beautiful, like I just swatched it on my hand, and I just swatched it on my finger, girl. And let me tell you something, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. So I was like, oh yes, sis, this is, look, you feeling it? I know you are. Okay, so after I take that, I do it to the other eye off camera, and I put on lashes. Now these lashes are from a company I found on Amazon, and it's called Mink Lashes, and I have it in, this is the one 3D04. And you can buy these on Amazon. She has an Instagram page. I will link it in the description bar below. But she has every type of different lashes, natural lashes, dramatic lashes, mink lashes. If you want to pop that, go ahead and check that out. So right here, I took the Anastasia cream and contour palette, and I took the orange shade and I basically color corrected. I don't usually color correct with that, but I recently stopped liking the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color orange because it's too bright, and the Anastasia one was cool. So let's talk about this Fenty foundation. I have the Fenty foundation in Fenty Beauty foundation in the color 460. Now this foundation smells fantastic. Not mad at the smell. As you could tell in this clip, as me putting it on, it looks like it's really darker than my skin tone. But what I do realize about this foundation is it oxidizes. So even though it might look hella dark on my skin, once it oxidizes on my face, it comes down to where it's supposed to be, and I fell in love with it. Honestly, if you want a full coverage foundation, you have to apply this twice. And this is for everyday wear foundation, so it's not like a Kat Von D or like a Lancome foundation. This is just a calm, you just want to look tight beat. You don't want to be beat to the guts, you want to be tight beat. So I had to apply this twice, and to apply it, I take my NYX flat brush just to apply it on my face, and then I take my beauty blender that I bought from Amazon and I spread it all over my face.
On my voicemail, my voicemail. He said, shorty, I love you through thick and then that's a fact for you. I just be tripping, my mind gone, but come back for you. You see me calling, but no response, I'm beyond stalking. Apologies for my rapid lies that happen often. Yo, you tripping, boy, you must be gone berserk. Boy, the last thing that I finna do is try to make this work.
Yes, highlight and contour. Okay, so to highlight, I use the Tarte Shape Tape concealer in the color Deep. Now, this concealer smells heavenly good, and what was I doing? This concealer is very good, honestly. My dad went in the bathroom, and I was like, oh no, I'm not recording. He was like, oh, just cut it out. And I was like, wow, Gina. Wow, Gina. But anywho, this Tarte concealer is very good. I recommend it to everybody. I know a lot of people be like, they don't have a lot of shade. Sis, I got it in Deep and it worked. So I don't know what you're crying for. Maybe it don't work for everybody, but it worked for me. This concealer is very good, and as you can tell, I don't start with under my eye first. I do my T-zone, my forehead, on top of my lip, and the bottom of my chin, just because it does dry fast, and I don't let it sit that long. So after I do that, I apply it under my eye and I brush it out. After I do that, I take my Sacha Buttercup. As you can tell, Sacha Buttercup powder is my favorite powder of all time, and I take it to set the concealer. Now, oh my god, sis, you about to overdo it. Oh my god. The thing is, I do overdo my powder sometimes, but I don't let it sit for long. I literally let it sit for 5 seconds, 2 seconds. If I'm going out and I know it's about to be hot in there, I let it sit for like 5 minutes. But I wasn't going nowhere, so Why was I letting me say it? After I do all of that, I take my black opal setting powder in the color Deep, and I literally put it everywhere on my face so you won't tell where I highlighted and what I did and how I did it and when I did it. And honestly, it is a drugstore. That's a drugstore powder, but it's so beautiful. I can't find any other powder that makes me as happy as black opal does. You know, you understand? You should understand. Don't talk about my lashes coming off, because I knew it was that glue suck that I used. So I did not contour, but I do contour with powder. And I took the Nubian palette and I took that dark, it looks like a grayish, but it's kind of like a very deep brown. And I took that to contour, because in the Anastasia Cream and Contour Kit, the dark color in that contour kit, there's no more. I used it all. So instead of me buying a new contour palette, which is $40, I'll just use eyeshadow, because honestly, the eyeshadow works better for me than the Anastasia Cream and Contour. How much you contour? So after I do all of that, I take my NYX Set Matte Finish Spray it on there, and then I take my NYX Matte Bronzer, and as you can tell on the side clip, this is not deep, okay? This is supposed to be deep. This is their darkest shade. That looks light. That's why I don't use it as a regular bronzer. I put it everywhere I highlight it, because I don't know what NYX was thinking about, and they need to try again. But after that, I take the NYX Ombre blush, and Aaliyah J actually told me about this blush, and it is a good blush. I don't really use blush. This wasn't my first time using it, but this is my first, like, as doing my makeup all the time. This is my first intention using it. Doesn't matter. So after that, I take my Revlon. This is Maybelline. Okay, so it's a Maybelline Master pencil black liner, and I take it and I put it under my eyelid. Now that glue that I'm using right there is horrible, but I didn't have no more glue. Next, I take the NYX eyebrow gel to make sure my eyebrows don't go nowhere, because sometimes your eyebrows be trying to slide off and go somewhere, and I don't need them to go nowhere. So I take that gel and then I brush it over, and my brows stay forever, forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Hashtag outcast. Sorry, I'm a child. After I use that, I take the Makeup by Sheila, which was also hashtag thank you Nairine, Maybelline Big Shot mascara, and it made my lashes pop, my real lashes and my falsies. So yeah. Oh my god, it's time to get to highlighting. So to use the Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife Kilowatt, I use two different brushes. I use two Morphe brushes. Now for my nose and my Cupid's bow, I use the Morphe M441, and then for my cheeks, to make my cheeks pop, I use the Morphe M510 brush, which hashtag Jeffree Star put me on. And then after I do that, I want my eyebrows to have a little highlight also, so I take my Ulta small eyeshadow brush and I put it in the Trophy Wife, and I put it on my eyebrow, under my eyebrow. I'm really not good with voiceovers, guys. Then I take, oh my god, Skindavia. I don't care what nobody say, until I get that Morphe setting spray, Skindavia is God, okay? Skindavia is the best setting spray I've ever had in my life. Now, this is the holy grail of lip glosses to me. Fenty Beauty, hashtag Rihanna did her shit. Fenty Beauty in the color, in the Fenty Glow, that's what it's called. This lip gloss smells good, feels good, doesn't get clump, and it makes my lips ever so glossy, and I appreciate it. I love it. I enjoy it. Now let me go slay this hair. Thank you guys for watching my makeup tutorial. I'm getting so much better with editing and so much better with making my makeup tutorials. If you enjoyed this video, thumbs up. By the way, the song that is playing in this video is my girl Jasmine, and if you would like to hear her song voicemail, it's in the description bar below. Hashtag support friends, hashtag support everybody, hashtag I'm doing the most in this slow-mo, hashtag I'm leaving, subscribe, like, comment. Bye guys.
so wasted my and now you have so much left to say, but I don't wanna hear it. You could save me in lies, I'm just fine. Leave a message on my voicemail. You see my call, I wanna talk, resolve, but leave a message on my voicemail. It's my fault, I did you wrong, the flaws of little boys. You can spare your grimy details. Don't close them doors, I give my all for you and so much more. Leave a message on my voicemail, voicemail, my voicemail. Boy, you done lost your mind, cause I don't really have the time. Boy, you done lost your mind, cause I don't really have the time.